Welcome to the Reddit Chronicles. Today we are reading from True Off My Chest, and update from Much Garden. I want an abortion and a divorce update. Hello everyone, this is an update to my post which is almost a month old now. As always, I wanted to say thank you for all the support and apologize for not updating sooner. My update was deleted, but things just kept happening every day, and I was too exhausted to rewrite the update. The main reason was not only the family drama but my job. My boss didn't give me even one day off, so I had to do everything in the evening hours or weekends, which took a lot of time. December is a busy time in my line of work, so I often worked after hours. In short, I am no longer pregnant. I live in my own, very expensive apartment, but I am not legally divorced yet. Lost all my friends, don't really have anyone, but I am okay. In short, I decided to stay with my husband and play along, until I will find a new flat and get a paternity test done. We, my husband and I, had a conversation. He refused to admit that his mother did anything wrong, told me I acted guilty, and I found out that our flat has been paid for by his mother. My husband makes good money, he can afford this flat. He agreed to let his mother pay for it, so he could have more money for fun. It made me feel very unsafe and lied to. My husband promised me that I would never see his mother again, and lied to me. We had one visit to the doctor with just me and my husband. When I arrived to the clinic to get the test done, my husband was not there, but his mother was. I feel shame remembering that. I could not control my emotions at all. I called him crying, and he said he didn't break his promise because it is not a doctor's visit. They would just take our blood. He was late to his appointment. I was alone with his mother in the room, and I was crying the whole time. Nurses treated me badly, not talking to me, and only talking to her, and making faces when I made noises. Looking back, I see why they did that, because it did look like I was a young and stupid girl who cheated and is now paying for her choices the way I acted. But I could not do anything about it. I had another episode where I had no thoughts, only panic, and could not control my emotions. Later I found out that his mother paid for the test as well. I still don't know why. He has enough money. After taking me home, he told me that I acted very inappropriately, and he feels ashamed because he can't invite his mother home. He also told me that my behavior makes him feel like he doesn't want to stay married to me. Now, I feel even thankful for this comment. It snapped me out of my panicked state. I felt a lot of shame for wanting a divorce, but this helped me understand that it is the right thing to do. In my last update, I wrote about how it felt like I was not fully there, and that all of this is happening to another person. People told me that I am dissociating. This state caused me to make mistakes in my work, so I could not get a day off. But to be honest, I would like to stay dissociated because it is better than being constantly panicked and anxious, which was happening to me in the past weeks. I thought that when my husband and his mother would get the results, they would leave me alone, but I was wrong. When they learned that I was faithful, it got so much worse. His mother basically moved in with us. It was hell. She was texting and calling me all the time, demanding to know when I will be home. So, in a way, I am glad my job is so demanding, because I had an excuse to not be in contact with her when I was working and to do some things after work without her being suspicious, because I typically work more than 10 hours a day in busy months. However, I still had to sleep and spend evenings and weekends at home, and it was hell. She was with me all the time. She even waited outside the bathroom door for me and was knocking when I took too long. My husband said that she feels sorry and wants to show me that she cares because I look troubled. To me, it didn't feel this way. I could not do anything because she made me feel so anxious. She started cleaning, cooking, and everything else, and she was not nice about it. She also forced me to sleep in the same bed as my husband, and these nights were so horrible, I don't want to remember them at all. Thankfully, I moved out after 1.5 weeks, but because it is New Year, the flats are very expensive. I can't stay in the flat I am renting right now long term. If I manage to make it until the end of the spring, I can rent something more affordable, but I can rent something cheaper. Not as cheap as flats will be in summer after 3 months as well. I will wait and see. Because of the situation with his mother, I only took the most important things. Most of my clothes, books, little things I like stayed there, and I probably would not get them back, but I am okay with it. When I moved, I just texted my husband telling him that I don't feel comfortable with him, don't like how our life turned out to be, don't want to live with his mother being with us constantly, and that is why I want to separate. He sent me a lot of texts, his mother too, but I have not opened any text from his mother since moving. It feels really good knowing I can just delete them. My husband was very mad. He called me a lot of bad things, said a lot of unpleasant stuff. Reading that made me cry. When he asked me if I wanted a divorce, I told him that having to sleep in the same bed with him again, and to endure his touch, made me understand that not only do I not love him anymore, I feel disgusted. He told me that either I am cheating and got pregnant by him by chance, or I am completely wrong as a human being, really messed up. To be honest, I agree. I don't think it is normal to fall out of love this quickly, but I don't know why this happened. I guess I truly am a person who is very unwell. My husband demanded that I give him and his mother daily updates on my pregnancy, but by that time I was really sure that I wanted an abortion, so I had to move quickly. I would not want to describe in details what happened, but I would like to give advice, and thank those who gave me that advice. Get someone to be with you while doing that. First time trying to get the procedure, the woman at the reception told me that I had to give them my husband's written consent, and it made me so scared and panicked again, I could not think clearly. Later, listening to the advice I got from some people here, thank you so much. I searched for groups who help women in hard life situations, and one of them helped me. They gave me a volunteer who was just with me during this. She told me that it's not legal for them to ask me that, and there are a lot of tricks they use to make women waste time. Without her, I would be so lost. I am so thankful. A lot of people were invested in my pregnancy and told me that I should keep it, that me wanting the abortion is a trauma response, and I would feel guilty and bad after the procedure. I understand that they wanted the best for me, and I am sorry to say, but I don't feel bad at all. Honestly, despite the pain and the general feeling of being ill, which is still with me today, I felt so much better after the procedure mentally. I placed a lot of my attention on the divorce itself, thinking that it would put an end to my state of panic, but it turned out that ending the pregnancy was what I needed. I know it sounds bad, but I want to be truthful. My reasoning is, if it is a trauma response, this child does not deserve a mother like that. And I am apparently a deeply unwell person who can't control when they would become motionless and full of fear, and who can fall out of love in a day, so I won't be a good mother to anyone. And I have to say with all certainty, my husband's mother does not deserve to have children in her care. I know I was emotional back then, but now I am sure. She is made out of the same things my parents are made out of. I can just feel it. I should have been wiser and seen it before. I have some thought on why I haven't, and why I didn't see the way my husband would be, but I need to think about it some more. I texted my husband I am no longer pregnant, and for now I am ignoring his calls and texts. I can't deal with that. As I said, all my friends are his friends, and his mother told everyone that I was pregnant without my permission on her Instagram, so all of them knew that I was pregnant and probably know that I ended it by now. Some of our friends, mostly women, reached out to me after I moved and were offering support, but nobody texts me now, and 2 of them unfollowed me on Instagram. I knew that would happen, and I am okay with that. I never had friends. I was always a weird person, but still, having people to talk to and hang out with was nice, and I feel sad thinking about what they must think of me now. But these are not my friends, so I have to leave. That's all I have on my mind now. Probably forgot something again. I am mostly in bed today, trying to get better, because I have to work next week with overtime as well. Thank you again for all your well wishes and advice. You helped me in all of this, because I didn't feel so alone. I wish you all happy holidays, and I hope that yours are nice, fun, and you spend them the way you want to. Thank you for listening to the Reddit Chronicles. Follow for more content.